Climate Clock came out of, I think, my obsession for hourly weather. I pretty much use a weather app. I wish I could say I use a weather app for like mountain biking on the weekends or something really cool like that, but I really just pretty much use a weather app when I wake up in the morning and I'm trying to decide whether I need a jacket, do I need to bring my umbrella today when I walk home from work, that type of stuff. So I was really into hourly weather, and for years the iPhone default weather app just kind of never really did it for me. I don't know if it's just my old brain or whatnot, but I just had a really hard time thinking of hourly weather in a list format. I would see the list. I don't know if you guys kind of remember, I think iOS 5's default weather app, but it would list the hourly weather in a column format, so you could kind of see like at 3 p.m. it was sunny and whatnot. And I just had a really hard time wrapping my brain around that. It seems really simple, just having it in a table format, but I just thought there could be an easier way. So out of that, I was just thinking about it, and I thought, why don't you put the hourly weather in a analog clock format? It just seems so much more easy and intuitive for me to understand. So from there, I worked on designs, and that's how Climate Clock came about.
Awesome. Yeah, I love the fact that I can see the temperature without having to actually open the app.
Oh,
That,
cool. Yeah.
because that's the, like I said, that's the first thing that I do in the morning is I check what's the temperature outside.
Yeah. No, I wish. I wish there was a way with iOS to actually change the icon. The stock Apple icon always says it's 73 and sunny, which is frustrating when you're in New York and it's 12 degrees. But I thought that was really important, just because, and credit due to other apps that have actually done that in the past. There's a couple other apps that have come out with that feature, but I thought that was just a great feature, and I wanted to include that on my app. And that was actually one of the trickiest parts of the app. It wasn't a Corona thing really. It was just building the push server to constantly send out those updates, so you could get the updated temperature on your app.
Okay, is that something you had to put together yourself?
Yeah, I did. That was probably above my pay grade when I tried to do it, but it was kind of a thing that I was looking at. There's I think Corona Cloud now actually supports the push badge functionality. So if that was out, I probably might have looked into that, because it'd probably be a lot easier than manually building it myself. But yeah, that was one of the trickier things.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons, one of the the motivations for having something like Corona Cloud is that you don't have to roll your own solutions forward. It's already out there. You don't have to get your own web server. You don't have to worry about maintaining it, keeping it patched, or keeping it updated,
Yeah.
or make sure that it's available all the time.
Honestly, I don't worry about it too much, but the first few weeks the app was out, like in the middle of the night, I would wake up thinking about like the web server going down,
Yeah.
and just thinking about thousands of people not getting their updated weather, and what do you do without
Right.
kind of having a team of people to kind of support your web server and maintain it and keep an eye out. And I'm trying to do other things and build other apps as well, and it's going, knock on wood, it's been going great. There hasn't really been outages, but in the beginning when I wasn't really sure. It was definitely kind of nerve-wracking.
Do you use any kind of third-party service to monitor the website to let you know if it goes down?
It's just a PHP cron job that's running on my web server that's constantly sending out these push updates, and it's been actually really totally reliable. But I do get email updates that it sends me just to make sure that the job went through every 5 minutes. So.
Okay.
And you can always check your own app.
Yeah. That's kind of the first thing I do too, as well, if I were looking for any issues.
Yeah, there's a good service out there called Pingdom that you can always set up an alert, and then it can send you an email to a box where you that way you would only get a message when there was a problem, as opposed to getting
Right. Yeah.
as a kid,
Yeah.
having to check something every so often just to make sure it's still running.
Yeah. No, I should probably check that out. I think the issue is more maybe with the hitting up the weather API and making sure that's always, and also making sure it's just going through to Apple's notification service. But yeah, I'm gonna write that down. Actually, that's probably a good idea to check out.
Yeah,
check that out.
Yeah, it's a good service, and I think they have a free tier, and you can set up like 1 to 3 websites or something like that, and it's really reliable. And they have an iOS app, so it'll not only email you, but you can set up notifications, so you get a little notification center kind of thing.
The other one that's like that. I mean, there's a lot out there, but there's one called Monitor.us.
Monitor.us. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and they have a free tier as well, and it's got an app as well on the App Store. It's pretty cool. If you go crazy and get real big, you can add a bunch of stuff for a little more extensive searching and API RESTful states and so forth. It's really cool.